Good afternoon. Well, I did not get a chance to record this earlier this morning, guys. I have been moving and grooving all day long so far. I needed to go ahead and get some propane for the mountain, and I went up there and talked to my propane people, and man, there's such good people up there. Absolutely love dealing with the local community around here. They're just great people, just great people, and it really gives that small hometown kind of feel or whatever that I just love, and so I enjoy it. I always look forward to going up there and seeing them. I don't look forward to the prices of propane these days, although they are by far the cheapest around. So and they're also one of the only places that if your tanks are not completely empty, they will credit you with the difference. A lot of places around here, and a lot of places in general, doesn't matter if your tank's halfway full, they're going to charge you for a full tank. So just really good people, and they know everybody and got all the contacts in the world. And I was actually just talking with them, and they referred me to a plumber that can do all of my gas lines and stuff. And so right after I get done recording this and chatting with you guys, I'm going to reach out and see if I can set up an appointment for them to come and check out what I got going on, and see if I can get the lines ran there in the cabin and get a big tank. I think we're going to go with a 500-gallon tank to start with. That's pretty much the biggest ones that they put residential, and they said if my mountain expands and I have more need for more propane, then eventually they'll put one of those big ones like they use at the chicken farms and stuff. I think it's 1,000 gallons up on the mountain, but I believe 500 will be plenty for me for right now, especially with just being the tiny house. Once the cabin gets done and all the outdoor kitchens and all that kind of stuff, then I might have a bigger need, but 500 gallons I believe will be just fine for what I need right now. So I will be making that phone call, so I will let y'all know whenever that gets scheduled, depending on what their workload is and stuff right now. But I'm definitely going to get that in progress. That way I don't have to do this back and forth to town, even though the new propane heater in the cabin is working, or the tiny house is working phenomenal. Thermostated. It has 5 speeds. I don't know if I've talked about that on here or not, but it has 5 different settings, and literally setting number 1 heats that whole tiny house, including the pump house. So I don't have to worry about frozen pipes or nothing like that. It's just amazing. I really do like that propane heater, and I think I'm going to get the bigger version of it, or maybe even the same size, because that one's supposed to do up to 700 square feet. And if it's doing my cabin, which I would say is every bit of 500 square feet on level 1, then or the tiny house, it should be able to do that cabin, even though that cabin's got a lot of air leaks and stuff like that. So we'll see. But I do like the thermostat factor of it all, where it'll kick on and off and save propane. Because last winter I went through a lot of propane because that what's it called, the heat buddy or buddy heat or whatever it's called, it doesn't have a thermostat, so it's just on, and if it gets hot, it just is hot and stays hot. So I would have to shut it on and off and all this, and crack a door, and if somebody was sleeping upstairs, you know, heat rises, so they'd be cooking, you know, by the end of the night. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to get another one for inside the cabin. It won't be a waste on that one, because once I get that shop built, put back together, that's a 20 by 20. So that one will be plenty good enough to be able to, when I'm in the shop, turn it on and be able to knock the cold out of the building and all of that. And then whenever I'm done working out of there, just shut it off. So I think that'll work just fine. But yeah, it's a gorgeous day, guys. It's 62 degrees, absolutely clear skies. I'll flip y'all around here in a minute, show y'all some of the beautiful views in these clear skies. It's just a nice day. I was gonna jump on that closet today and start doing that, but the day kind of got away from me for doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this and that. And then I realized that the tank that I had on the propane heater was getting a little low, and the tank beside the cabin that was for the other one was completely empty. The one that's hooked up to the hot water heater is still got plenty of fuel in it, and the one that I hooked up to the propane heater was not full whenever I actually hooked it up. It's the same tank that I used to burn all the wood, so it was probably about halfway. So I decided they're only open on weekdays, and I've been wanting to get up there and talk to them about a good recommendation for somebody to do the gas lines and stuff in the tiny house anyway. So I decided today was the day to do it. Well, it was a nice clear day, and I'm actually going to start on the closet tomorrow. I did start cleaning out the tiny house to make room to be able to do a construction little project inside there, and started cleaning out the closet and stuff because it's been used for storage at this point. I think I should be able to finish the closet in one day. I got a lot of the wood already burnt. I do need to burn a little bit of the plywood that I got, because I'm going to need that for a couple of sections. And the closet rods, I got wood ones, and I'd like to burn that too, just to keep the same look throughout. And who knows, before I finish this, I might actually make the barn sliding door that'll close off the bathroom, and then when the door's closed to the bathroom, the closet will be exposed, but when I leave the door open to the bathroom, it will actually cover the closet. And most of the time I have that door open in between the bathroom and there anyways, because it's just me. But if there's ever any guest or whatever for privacy, I'd like to have a door that can slide. Right now I have curtains up there, and it does the trick, but I think it'll look good with a nice like barn sliding door type situation. And then later on this week, I got to go to Russellville, the bigger town. I'll probably do that tomorrow or Thursday, honestly, because I got to make a trip out that way anyways. Yeah, there's a lot of big things going on right now, guys. A lot of big things going on, a lot of moving parts. And on top of it, we're chipping away at Christmas. Christmas is coming. It's like, it's coming. And so yeah, I got a lot going on, but it's all fun stuff. It's all fun stuff. We've had some cold nights and stuff here lately, and man, I can't tell y'all how comfortable I am in that tiny house. All the money and effort that we put in, putting all that insulation in and stuff, and go ahead and kind of over-speccing the insulation a little bit, because I went a little bit beyond what the standard regulation is for insulation in this area. And you know, it hurt the pocket, boy. It hit me in the booyakaka when I was doing it, and but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it. It makes a huge difference, and I think I'm going to end up having some money savings on the back end, especially with not using as much propane and all of that other stuff. Because the fact that setting number 1 on that heater will heat that whole place, and I've tried to put it up to number 2 once, and it was just too hot. It was just too hot. So like 1.5 is like the perfect setting for that tiny house, and that's just amazing. That way it's not blowing through all of the propane and stuff, and that limits my trips to town for that kind of stuff. And yeah, and it's the holiday season. Got a lot going on. I got this trip coming up and stuff, so I'm not trying to take on any big projects right now. I'm trying to just tackle little odds and ends stuff. Yesterday was a big day. Y'all see me walking around the yard and stuff like that. I filled the dumpster up at the end of the road completely, and then some. Mike told me that I'm running 60 in that semi. It was just like, and it's not even a 60 mile per hour. It's about a 55. So he's in a hurry. He's in a hurry. He don't even have a load. I don't know why. He might be in a hurry to get home. Come on. But I filled up the whole back of the truck all the way above this. Looked like the clampets. And I was able to get it down to where I could put my bed cover over, and then I went ahead and took the rest of it to the dump there in Danville. And the old guy there that's at the dump, man, he's such a cool character. And always a real nice guy. He gave me a real good deal on the truckload and stuff because it was just a bunch of cardboard boxes and stuff. So I got the yard all cleaned up and stuff yesterday. Happy about that. I wanted to get a good clean slate before I started the next project because the patio well had a ton of boxes. A couple of the sponsors that I've done lately had a lot of boxes involved with it. That Blue Yeti stuff, they packaged the what's happenings out of that. And so there was a lot of boxes there, plus 2 new monitors for my computer, had big boxes. And then we did the big unboxing for all of you guys, and there was a lot of boxes there as well, and that was an unboxing for 3 different channels. So there was a ton of boxes on boxes on boxes. So, and like I was stating yesterday, I don't like to burn boxes and stuff like that because they get those big old little flaky things that float in the air with fire. And even though it's plenty wet around here right now, it just worries me. I don't want to be the one that catches the mountain on fire, if you know what I mean. I respect fire 100% because I used to just burn big old bonfires and not think too much about it. But when I was in Florida and I had the landscaping company, I did a whole bunch of tree trimming for the place I was doing the landscaping for, and the dump was closed, so I took it all to my house there in Florida. And then on top of that, I had a snorkel lift rented, and we took down 3 trees and piled that up. Well, I caught that on fire, and it ended up catching the treetops in fire. And I thought I was going to have to call the fire department because pieces of fire was falling out the trees into my neighbor's yard and stuff. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And I remember all I had that could somewhat get up that high was my pressure washer. So me and Levi stood there for hours just holding the pressure washer up like the Statue of Liberty, just holding the trigger with the mist because the water wouldn't get all the way up there, but the mist would go up there, trying to wet the top of the trees and stuff to keep it from spreading from tree to tree to tree and burning down the neighborhood. So ever since then, I have been a little gun shy of burning, hence the reason why I have the piles piled up around the thing, because there's not a lot of clear areas to burn. So, but now I think I got enough areas cleared that I can actually burn, but I'm gonna wait for the first snowfall and start a decent sized fire, and I'm gonna put the grapple on the tractor, and I'm just gonna feed that fire for a week, you know, because I think it might not take a week, but it's gonna take a couple of days for sure. And I just keep feeding that fire and get everything that's already down right now burn up and all of that. And with all of it setting for a year, it's already kind of, you know, broke down and composted a little bit too. So yeah, that's what I got going on today, guys. I got Domino right there in the back. He's been riding around with me all day today and loving his life. That's his favorite thing to do, is ride around with Daddy. And yeah, there's a lot of exciting things going on in my life right now, guys, behind the scenes and everything like that. And man, I just got so much energy. I got so much energy, and my body feels a lot better because I've slowed down a little bit, and I've got more energy, which means that I'm more ambitious about, you know, taking on some of this stuff. And I'm really, really looking forward to this trip to South Carolina to visit my family. And man, I'm in a good place right now, guys. And you guys are a big part of that, all of your encouragement and stuff like that. And y'all riding my booyah about slowing down a little bit. And all of my true subscribers and my people or whatever really want the best for me. And I really appreciate that. And as far as all the haters that say that I just need to work, well, hate on, because I'm going to do me. Come on. I want y'all to do something nice for somebody today, guys. Take a small step closer to your goals. Yeah, and enjoy it. Enjoy the holiday season, guys. It's a beautiful time of year. It's by far my favorite time of the year. I absolutely love Thanksgiving and Christmas time of the year. It brings a whole different level of joy. So, love every single one of y'all. Always, guys, always keep it real. Come on.